Hey everyone, I'm Nidoking, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different from my usual. Since I don't think Ubisoft Entertainment is very well known for adventure games, I think they're better known for stuff like the Prince of Persia Sands of Time trilogy, and Assassin's Creed, but this is the game that I think put them on the map. But I'll let him explain it.
Hi, folks! You want to know what's going on? Let me tell you the story of Rayman! In Rayman's world, nature and people live together in peace. The great Protoon provides and maintains the harmony and balance in the world. Sorry, folks. This apparently can't last. One fateful day, the evil Mr. Dark steals the great Protoon and defeats Spatilla the fairy as she tries to protect it. The Electoons, who used to gravitate around it, lose their natural stability and scatter all over the world. Troublesome, isn't it? And untidy, too. In this now unbalanced world, strange phenomena begin to occur. Freaks and hostile characters appear, capturing every Electoon they can find. They definitely need a hero to save them now! Don't you think? Rayman to the rescue!
No problem.
Go and free all of the Electoons, Rayman, and bring back the great Protoon from its mysterious kidnapper. But will the bad guys let him do it?
So there you have it, Rayman. And of course I'm going to be playing the PlayStation version because I could not get the PC version to run at a reasonable speed. So, one thing to know about the PlayStation version, I believe it's the first version that was released, although it was developed simultaneously for the Jaguar. There are two ways that you can save the game. You can either use the password system, or you can save it directly to the memory card. I'm going to be using the memory card because that's a bit easier. The password doesn't save if you free any of the Electoons within a level, unless you free all of them. So it's an all or none proposition. You have to rescue all of them in one save. And as Mr. Dark is watching us through his binoculars, we'll get our first glimpse of the world map. Of course, right now, there's only one level to go to, the Pink Plant Woods, which is the first level of the Dream Forest. So, in we go. I love the music in this game, and the splash screens are pretty interesting too. So here's Rayman. I can walk, I can jump, and that's about all I can do at the moment. These little blue things are called tings, and that's extra health up there, but I can't get to it yet. This game tosses a lot of new mechanics at us right from the start, like this bendy plant, I suppose. We can use it as a spring, climb up these vines, and up here we can grab a Rayman trophy, which is an extra life, and I can also get the extra health. So now I have 5 units of health instead of 3, until I lose a life. Which hopefully I won't be doing, but this is not a very easy game. And with that, I can get to the exclamation mark sign, and that's the end of the scene. But every level's got more than one scene, so we keep going. And over to the left here is a secret, if I can get up to that vine. You gotta jump at just the right time, and from just the right spot on the plant. Over there to the right is the Ting Magician, who you might remember from the introduction as the narrator. We need to have at least 10 Tings before we can play his game. In the PC version, they even added a little voice clip where he goes, 10 tings, please. But this version doesn't have that. All I need to do in this bonus level is grab all of the tings before time runs out. Not too hard to do if you know the pattern. I'll be playing as many of these games as I can and trying to beat each one, but I'm not going to be too anal about it. If you get all the tings in time, then you get a trophy, plus you get to keep whatever tings you collected. If you don't, you get to keep the tings that you collected, and you can try again. Now that little ding you just heard means that something has appeared. In this case, there's an anti-toon chasing me, and I can't do anything about him yet. I also can't get up to that ledge. I'll be coming back to this level later in order to collect all the secrets I can't get yet, but for now I just have to jump over enemies. Grab some extra health, and of course falling in the water is instant death. And here's the photographer. If I stand behind his cardboard cutout, then he takes a picture of me which functions as a checkpoint. So if I die, instead of having to go back to the beginning of the scene, I just show up right where the photographer is. And I collect some more tings, and over there to the left you can see a cage of Electoons. I can't rescue them yet, so I'm just going to have to leave them. It's sad, I know. And down here, another cage, which I also can't get, because I have no way to open it. However, let's remedy that. This peaceful little meadow here only appears once. I have no idea why she speaks in green there. Yes, Batilla the fairy unlocks our powers. So now I can punch. This is how it works. You can charge up a punch, although you can't move while you're charging up. And if you punch at the top of a jump, then that automatically uses the most powerful punch. I'm not sure whether that purple thing is supposed to be a purple tomato or some kind of eggplant, but we'll see them throughout this level, and they're useful as steps. Now I can open the cage. And that's one of 6. There are 6 cages in every level, and in order to reach the end of the game I have to open every one of them. Which means I'll be going to most of the early levels twice, because I'll need powers from later levels in order to open some of the cages. And here's another important thing that you can do with these eggplants. If you knock one into the water, it floats, and you can ride on top of it. This golden fist makes my punch a lot more powerful, so I can kill most enemies in one hit. There's also a speed power-up back there, which I can't jump high enough to get, so I'm going to need to get this eggplant across the water to the other side. I'm going to have to get off it. I don't imagine it can be too hard to get it over there. Yep, missed. There we go. Now all I gotta do is hit it on the way up, and it lands right on that guy's head. I can still use it as a step. And kill him. These little guys are really annoying in the PC version, because they'll duck anytime you throw the fist. In this version, for some reason, they'll stand right up into it. There's a one-up over there, which I can't get right now. My fist, unfortunately, is not capable of grabbing power-ups and pulling them in. That'll be cage number 2, and I'll kill that guy just because I feel like it. There's a one-up I can grab, at least. I'm kind of looking around to see if there are any eggplants nearby that I can use to go get that one-up. Not that I really need it, but I like to collect stuff. That guy is annoying. He'll shoot those bullets at you. You can't do anything about the bullets except dodge them. And you also can't hit him until he reloads his gun. Something appeared. Whoa! Man, that was close. I think I was far enough away from the water he wouldn't have knocked me in, but enemies knocking you into the water is a constant problem. There's another one-up back there, which we can actually get at this point. The eggplants don't land on the heads of those little guys, just the big guy. And I just have to give this thing a really big punch to get it over the hill. There we go. Extra health, not that I really need it, but I just habitually collect them. Oh, okay, that bullet was what appeared there. As long as you're ready for them, they're not usually hard to avoid. So we got another eggplant up there, but I think I'm going to go over to the right first. Grab this one up, and you can see the end of the level in another cage just below me. Yeah. Ducking doesn't help unless it's a bullet. Those guys walking on the ground will just walk right into me. Alright. I want to kill this guy first before I start worrying about the eggplant, because if it lands on his head, then I'll never be able to get it into the water. And I want to ride it over to the right. Here I am winding up because I think for some reason there will be a cage over there, although we saw the first 3 cages earlier, and the last cage is up there. So, Ting Magician's round 2. Probably the trickiest part of it is grabbing that ting that's off to the left of the start. And then, for some reason, I accidentally hit down before I jumped. So I just gave up. I figure I'll blow a couple of tings and just start again, because there's no way I'm going to get to the top after that. Take 2. And you can see these jumps are actually a bit trickier than they look. Generally you have to walk all the way off the edge and jump just as you start to fall for the really big ones. Otherwise there are just a lot of little jumps that kind of eat up your time. We're almost at the top, but you notice my time's getting kind of short. You don't really have a lot of time to screw around. Extra lives, although, as I said, they're not particularly useful because if you lose a life later in the game, you're going to have a hard time catching up and recovering all your power-ups, and it's really a pain to go through the game without, say, the gold fist. And if you're losing a life early in the game, you just suck, and there's no way you're going to get very far. And that will be the end of this level. Only 3 cages open because I didn't even have the fist when I saw the first 3. And with that, the way is clear to level 2, Anguish Lagoon. But I'm going to save that for next time. Stop at the save point. And of course I want to erase the previously saved game because I hadn't actually done anything yet. So that's Rayman. Join me next time for Anguish Lagoon.